Black Twitter. All right, so NBA playoffs have, we're in the second round now of the NBA playoffs, and something interesting happened. I think that, you would have an interesting commentary on. So, Rudy Gobert, he plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
He recently just had a child, and this child was born the morning of the first playoff game of the second round.
Yes.
So, he was not at the game. It was the second game. He missed game 2 of the playoffs because his child was born that morning.
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert Arenas then went on his podcast and basically was saying that baby was going to be there regardless. And you missed the game and you let your teammates down, and he was very critical of him. I wanted to hear your thoughts on what did you feel like? Do you feel like I know you probably don't, but do you feel like he made the right decision in choosing that, or do you
It
feel
depends
like
on what your priorities are. Do you care more about letting your teammates down, or do you care about letting your life partner down?
that doesn't see? I don't like how you put it in like that, because
That's what Gilbert Arenas said. He said, you let your teammates down. So is it more important that you let your teammates down, or is it more important that you let the mother of your child down?
How am I letting you down when
when you're not there?
Let me finish. You are in the best hospital, getting the best care. You're getting anything that anyone else could want. He's put you in the best position to have a healthy, safe birth. This right here, I'm not saying that is more important, but he is literally in the 1% of the 1% in his field. Like, there's only 400 niggas in the NBA, and right now there are 72 of them in this playoffs. And for you to miss a game like that, you letting your people down. You letting those men down. Those men come there to work just like anybody else to do this job and win a championship.
Yeah, that woman came there to work and push out a whole human child.
Yeah, and she did that in the morning. He could have came that night. He still could have played.
So she had the baby was fully delivered already?
Yes, in the morning.
Like before the game started?
Yes. And he tried to say he couldn't get there because of some weather. Man, that's bull.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
That's even honestly.
You should have told me that beforehand.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. No, well, because I'll keep it a bean. If it was me and I'm playing game 1 and I'm in Minnesota and you saying the baby gonna come, I'll see you game 3. When I'm coming back home from game 3, that's when you'll see me. I gotta get this win. I gotta get this championship. Niggas been hating on me the entirety of my career. Been calling me trash. Yeah, they won without him.
Okay.
But they've been calling me trash. They've been saying the playoffs is when I get exposed. Like, part of you being a professional athlete is giving the illusion that this is the most important thing that you're doing. Like, that's really a part of the job as well, is to give the illusion that during this time of year, even though you don't even get paid the same, because you get paid your money in the regular season, the playoffs is a separate game check.
Oh, wow.
So even if you're getting paid differently like that, it's still on you to give a competitive edge and make sure that people feel like, oh, this is it. You have to sell the game in a way. And for me to see that, I just knowing how I am about sacrificing and doing things for people like that, like, this is an opportunity to be immortalized. Like, you can literally win this championship and be considered one of the greatest. He just won Defensive Player of the Year. Like, your teammates out there need you. And for you to do that, I'm not with that. That's just me. I couldn't do that.
I mean, when you say all that, I guess. But, like, as a woman, I still...
And it's a white woman.
You have to stop saying she's a white woman.
Why?
Because it's gonna make me have less sympathy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's gonna make
you know they're gonna make sure she's straight.
And he's a black man.
Yeah, but he's French. She's a white woman. She's already taken care of. But my thing is this, because the argument,
French and a white woman.
The argument that you would
to
say
me as a black Haitian woman.
But the argument you would say though would be like, oh, what if something happens? What if there's an accident? Something. What I'm gonna do? I ain't no doctor. I'm gonna just, you know what they're gonna do? If something happens in there, they gonna say, sir, can you step out of the room for me, please? And then there's gonna be, I'm gonna be finger crossed, hoping the doctor can do what they can. So that's why I just think it's funny when we're like, oh, you need to be there for what? I'm not a doctor.
You know,
especially niggas like that. Regular niggas, you got to be there.
This is
you got a regular 9 to 5, you got to be there.
Okay, you know how a while ago I was like really sick and I was like throwing up and I was in the bathroom and like there was nothing you could do, and you were like, what can you do? And I was like, nothing, but just stay here. Like, it's like that. Like, you're the person that I love, and I'm going through a very stressful, physical, painful experience. And regardless of the fact that you can do nothing, I just want to know that you're there. And it makes me feel so much better that you're there. It gives me, you're my person, so it gives me peace that you're there.
I understand.
And I just want to know that you're like at the other side of that wall.
But if I made
or that like I can hold your hand really quickly. And I know that the championship is important and all that, but I'm pregnant and I'm emotional and I don't give a fuck about anything other than like I want to hold my husband's hand when I'm trying to like when I'm in pain and my uterus is being ripped apart by this fucking monster baby that you put inside me. This is your fucking fault.
That 7-foot giant.
And you're a monstrosity of a man. Like you better be here for me.
Again, I understand. I am here for you. You know why?
But that nigga is crazy because if she popped it out, she did skin to skin, you did skin to skin, and then you could have made it to the game after that. That's what you should have did.
That was
and
sick.
Then if you chose to not do that, like that's crazy. If you could have had best of both worlds, skin to skin with your baby, supported your wife, and then flew back in time to make it for the game, and then been there for your team, then you should have did that. But if you chose to just like lay around and cuddle, that's kind of crazy.
I'm just saying, Isaiah Thomas, when he played for the Celtics, sister died and he played a game. So my nigga, you brought life.
Was it a playoff game?
Yes. I think it was the same round, second round. So I'm saying, like, if he could play a playoff game, trying to get a $200 million contract, my nigga, you got your contract. You could go out there and play this game. Your kid was good. Your kid is all right. Again, there's different expectations for different men. If you are of a high profile, 1% of men, and
were they in the same state?
Oh, he had to go. He was in Denver.
Okay,
he had to go. The baby was born in Minnesota. He was playing in Denver. He didn't. Like I said, he missed it. So he missed the game. All right, so let's